Right now, live at 5, how Northlanders are ringing in the new year and if the state of the pandemic is putting a damper on the party. Plus, Kirk out, why the Vikings quarterback won't be playing against the Packers this weekend. And how an Ely ATV club is honoring the life of a member who, in his last moments, became a hero.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. We are taking a live look at the can of worms in Duluth on this New Year's Eve. Both Minnesota and Wisconsin state patrols are asking you not to drink and drive this holiday weekend. Extra patrols are keeping an eye out for drunk drivers on both sides of the bridge. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Bakke. Briggs is on assignment tonight. As people around the world ring in the new year, some in the Twin Ports say the current state of the pandemic is affecting their New Year's Eve plans. CBS3's Rob Coles spoke to Northlanders to find out what they're doing to celebrate and stay safe.
New Year's Eve in Duluth, for many Northlanders, can be a night of raucous celebrations. But with the recent increase in COVID cases and the Omicron variant sweeping the nation, some Northlanders are choosing to celebrate differently, some earlier in the day and others choosing smaller gatherings. One of the smaller celebrations started early today at Wusso's Concert Cafe in West Duluth. They're having an all-day New Year's Eve bash with live music that started at 6:30 this morning and continuing through midnight. Some people there wore masks while others didn't. For some who attended the event, coming to a smaller coffee shop seemed safer than attending larger events later tonight.
I probably won't stay out super late tonight. I won't be in places that are super packed, but it's nice to come out in the afternoon and get some coffee and listen to some music.
Some younger Northlanders gathered for a very early celebration at the Duluth Children's Museum for their noon Year's Eve party. Masks were required there for kids over 3, and officials say attendance was similar to their pre-pandemic levels. And some locals we spoke to opted for even less risk this year, choosing to take a walk on the lakefront in Canal Park despite the single-digit temperatures. Now, many Northlanders will still be celebrating at those larger gatherings later tonight. One of the largest parties in the Twin Ports, New Year's by the Lake, has sold out their dinner ticket packages for their party at Gray Salon Ballroom, but they still do have some non-dinner tickets available for purchase at the door.
All right, thanks, Rob. Coming up at 6, we'll hear from those who attended the noon Year's Eve party at the Children's Museum. Itasca County is starting the new year with declining COVID-19 case rates after a peak in November. As of yesterday, the 14-day case rate per 10,000 residents is about 65, down from 144 in November. There were 115 cases recorded in Itasca County this week. However, county health officials say the risk of serious illness remains extremely high, especially for the 44% of residents who are not vaccinated. Since the beginning of the pandemic, 1 in every 5 residents has been infected with COVID. Transitioning to the sports world for the Minnesota Vikings, who were delivered a major blow today. CBS3's Duncan Goldberg joins us now to discuss that blow to the team. Duncan.
Yeah, the pain train continues once again for the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings starting quarterback Kirk Cousins has been able to avoid COVID all year long, but today the Purples' 4-year starting quarterback tested positive for the virus and is officially out for their Sunday night primetime matchup against their rival, the Green Bay Packers. Cousins has been highly scrutinized all year long due to the fact that he is unvaccinated against COVID-19. Today, that vaccination status came full circle, knocking Cousins out of a do-or-die game. Now the Vikings will turn to Sean Mannion, who actually tested positive for COVID last week and was activated off the COVID reserve list today to be the starting quarterback this Sunday. But the decision to start Mannion is under scrutiny as well. Many Vikings fans want third-round rookie quarterback Kellen Mond under center on Sunday night, but instead, Mike Zimmer will go with the 5th-year quarterback who has thrown no touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and has 4 fumbles in his career.
Hate to see that happen to Kirk, but he's done a lot of great things for us, and Sean is a really good football player, and we're expecting him to go out and play really well. Sean is extremely bright. He studies like crazy. He's a great competitor. So he's put in his time. He's earned this opportunity, and I think he'll do great. I think they're going to rally behind Sean. You know, they want to. They know how important this game is, and you know, they believe in Sean.
And the Vikings were already underdogs heading into Sunday night's game, but after the news broke that Cousins was out, Green Bay went from 6.5-point favorites to 13-point favorites. We'll see if they can pick up that win. Kristen, back to you.
Oh, Duncan, certainly not the way Vikings fans wanted to start the new year.
Kind of expecting at this point as Vikings fans.
Yeah,
we know.
We're tough. We can handle it.
Next year.
Yeah, there's always next year. That's
Always.
our anthem. All right, thanks, Duncan. Well, Dave joins us now for a quick look at the weather. And Dave, we are heading into New Year's Eve here. And I got to tell you, on my drive here, roads were quite slick.
Yeah, they still are slick for parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin as well. And on that note, if folks brave driving tonight to Fitker's at 7:30 for the Rubber Chicken Comedy Theater's New Year's Eve review, well, they'll see video, pop-ups from you and I, for whatever that's worth. So road conditions, if you're traveling there to see Kristen say about 3 seconds worth of comedy, in northern Minnesota, you have to watch out just a little bit. In northern Wisconsin as well, there are still some scattered slippery spots there. To the south of Duluth, it's getting better, and towards the snowbelt, it's getting better as well, and should continue to improve, at least slowly, because the low-pressure system that brought precip yesterday is going away, and now Arctic high pressure is taking over. So frankly, it's going to be bitterly cold tonight through Sunday, maybe a little bit milder by Monday. Quick look at our short-term forecast says it's going to be 20 below tonight for the Twin Ports. Will it hit 30 below International Falls? And what about wind chill? I'll talk about all of that coming up in just a few more minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, bring in the new year with a snowmobile ride in Ashland. Plus, a recent Ely hero is getting a memorial. Stay tuned. City by City is up next.
Sagging, bouncing, or uneven floors? Call DBS. Standing water or high humidity? Nasty odors or dangerous mold? Call DBS. Critters, bugs, or other pests? That's right, call DBS. It's a fact. Crawl space problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call DBS. Call DBS today.
At Super One Foods, we're always looking for new talent to join our 5-star service team. We are a growing family-owned company that provides a variety of opportunities to learn new skills and enhance your working knowledge while serving your friends and neighbors. We offer flexible scheduling, competitive wages, gold-level health insurance, and generous retirement benefits, including a defined benefit pension plan and a 401k. Super One Foods offers an excellent environment to grow both personally and professionally and can provide you the foundation for career advancement.
Come join our team.
Super One Foods. Jobs right in your neighborhood.
Dear Lifehouse, when people ask who raised me, I say you.
I was homeless, lost, and alone.
You helped me find my way.
You helped me up.
I started to believe someone could love me.
I'm doing things I never thought I could.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lifehouse has been rooted in hope for 30 years, with a mission to reconnect homeless and street youth to their dreams. We never give up on our youth, ever.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
The Supreme Court building behind me is once again at the center of a monumental battle. Tonight, a congressional investigation sparked by reporting from CBS News. Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Ashland tonight as we get ready to close out 2021. Dave will be in with your holiday weekend forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region. As frigid temps sink in, the Washburn community is asking for gently used winter clothes. Plus, a follow to a story we brought you earlier in the week about an Ely man who saved a life just days before he lost his own. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. As Arctic cold sets in across the Northland, Washburn County is asking for your gently used winter clothes. Since November, the Washburn Chamber of Commerce has collected used winter clothing for Wisconsin's Big Bundle Up donation program. The Bundle Up program has been a part of the Washburn community for 11 years and has donated nearly 200,000 pieces of warm clothing to families in need. This year, more than 180 items in total have been collected. The last day to donate is next Thursday. You can take your donations to the Washburn Chamber office. Ashland snowmobile riders can ring in the new year with their first ride of the season. As of today, the snowmobile trails in Ashland County are open. The trails are being packed, but not groomed. Trail leaders say despite the recent snowfall, they need much more snow to cover up standing water, rocks, and debris. As a reminder, lots of Ashland County snowmobile trails are on farmers' land, so you must stay on the trail at all times. And finally, earlier this week, we brought you a story of an Ely man who saved a life just days before losing his. Greg Mosher helped usher 2 residents out of a burning home last Wednesday, just days before he passed away. He was a member of a small ATV club in Ely, known as the Prospector ATV Club. Now, that club wants to do something special in Mosher's memory. Instead of donating flowers or creating other memorials, the family is asking for monetary donations to be made to the club. Those funds will be used to create the Greg Mosher Putnam Lake Overlook. To find out how you can donate, you can head to our website. And if there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, an historic fire has left hundreds of homes decimated in Colorado. We'll take a look at the damage next.
As we end 2021, it looks like we're ending December with a 7-inch snow surplus. Well, we're going to start the new year with a dry note here. Maybe a few days before we get our next snow chance. Could be too cold to snow. We're going towards 30 below tonight and tomorrow for a few towns. We'll talk about where and for how long coming up after our break.
If you have to ask yourself this question, you're not okay to drive. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
WB Auto Sales has a wide variety of trucks and SUVs from all makes and models. From getaways to getting the job done, we've got what you need. Durability, toughness, grit. We've got the half-ton pickup that's right for you. Ford, Chevy, Ram, Toyota, and more. Financing available. Everyone is pre-qualified no matter your credit score. Visit us today to learn more. Remember, at WB Auto Sales, our customers come first. Always.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here's a reality check. COVID-19 is still here.
Rising cases are straining healthcare resources in our community.
We're all tired.
We are all exhausted.
Know that we are still committed to caring for you.
But we need your help. We're asking you.
Please.
Get vaccinated.
Get your booster.
Mask up in public. Social distance.
For you.
Your family.
Our community.
For all of us. Thank you.
Join us weeknights for Live at 5 as we go around the Northland city by city.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
After a week's worth of snow, now the cold is really coming to call. Sure, our morning lows have dipped below 0, but now they're going to go towards 30 below for the weekend. And the wind chill problems, they're going to aggravate the situation. So for Minnesota, straight up wind chill warning beginning at 6 o'clock tonight, lasting at least until noon tomorrow. The feels like air temperatures could go towards 50 below. Actual air temps could run about 15 to 30 below. Warmer by the lake, cooler inland. Wind chill advisory covers western parts of Wisconsin. It'll be chilly there, just not quite as cold. And we'll show you how cold those temperatures are going to get, of course, with our 7-day forecast that comes up after this look at the current conditions from Duluth International. Still 2 above there. Relative humidity is 69%. North-northwest wind will pick up towards 10 to 20 miles per hour for the range, and that's why we're going to have a problem with the wind chill factor. Air pressure's on the higher side at 29.98 inches of mercury, and that'll just go higher as Arctic high pressure takes us over for the weekend. But we could moderate back up again as early as Monday. Current temps, not bad for the Upper Peninsula for December, 11 to 17 at the moment. For Wisconsin, we're running from 7 in Superior to 12 for our friends in La Pointe. And Minnesota numbers, well, we have 2 above for Proctor, sure, 7 above Moose Lake, 3 above Two Harbors, but you get to Evelyn, we're wobbling on the fence there, and it's already below 0 then from Ely to Grand Rapids up towards International Falls. And of course, International Falls has the best chance of hitting 30 below tonight, but hitting Chisholm does as well, and the rest of us just varying shades of below 0, except perhaps for the UP. For one more night, they're going to be the warm spot. We'll show you how warm, of course, with the forecast in a little bit, but here's the Doppler map. Today we had a little bit of sun, a little bit of cloud. As yesterday's little low-pressure system passed by, the tail end of it is still in Wisconsin and Michigan, so there is actually a chance for a little flurry activity tonight for the South Shore. Shouldn't add up to much. Now let's go to the bigger picture here and take a look at that big pool of Arctic air that's poised to push right into our region, doing so tonight, lasting through probably Monday morning. Then we warm up again Monday afternoon. Let's now talk about what the chill's going to do come Saturday morning. At least 26, if not 30 below International Falls, close to 20 below for Duluth, 15 below for Hayward, only 2 below for the folks in Ironwood. But come Sunday morning, well, we're going to get pretty chilly again in the morning, and then in the afternoon with a bit of sunshine here. High temps may only be 6 below for International Falls and perhaps 2 above for Ironwood. Keep in mind, though, by Monday we start to warm up. So tonight in Minnesota, there's the actual air temps, 15 to 30 below with a mostly cloudy sky. For Wisconsin and Michigan, 0 for the UP, but as cold as 17, 18 below for the rest of Wisconsin. Mostly cloudy for most zones, but the South Shore could get flurries tomorrow. High temps, Wisconsin, Michigan, 0 to 9. Mostly sunny, but yeah, some UP flurries. Minnesota highs, 8 below to about 2 above. Mostly sunny sky. Very similar conditions again on Sunday, but there's the break on Monday. 17 above. 23 above on Tuesday with a 30% chance for light snow, 30% chance for flurries on Wednesday, and we already see our temperature starting to tick back down by this time next Friday, perhaps another Arctic blast.
All right, thanks, Dave. Daylight has revealed the scope of devastation in Boulder County, Colorado, after historic wildfires wiped out entire neighborhoods in a matter of hours. Fast-moving wildfires fueled by 105-mile-per-hour winds erupted Thursday morning, cutting a wide path of destruction. The flames destroyed hundreds of homes and businesses and spared others as they leapfrogged over highways and buildings about 20 miles northwest of Denver.
I would estimate it's going to be at least 500 homes. I would not be surprised if it's 1,000.
Residents had only minutes to escape with whatever they could carry. How the fire started is still under investigation, but the sheriff suggested downed power lines as a possible cause. Still to come, 2021 was a busy year for the new world. We'll take you a look back at some of the year's top stories next.
Update the lighting in your home today during Menards New Year's sale. Shop our full selection of more than 7,000 interior lights. Patriot lighting comes in a variety of unique styles and finishes. The Denzel collection has an industrial style and comes in an oil-rubbed bronze finish. Pick up this 4-light chandelier today for only $99.99. Come check out our entire selection of interior lights now during Menards New Year's sale.
Save big money at Menards.
At Play It Again Sports, we have the largest selection of new and used hockey equipment in the area. along with a huge selection of hockey sticks, apparel, and cross-country skis.
Trade in, trade up, and save.
CBS3 Newsroom, this is Kristen.
The snow may not be falling yet, but we'll bring it to Duluth.
Is encouraging safe
2:30 in the
driving.
morning. Winter snow. To talk about.
Multiple departments on scene. We'll take you there live now.
We're getting the band back together.
I'm just so excited to be back with Kristen on the anchor desk. It's been so long, but it feels like it's been no time at all.
Yeah.
I feel like we just have a great connection, and
Having someone come onto the show who loves the area as much as I do, who knows the area as well as I do, like she's from here. I mean, it's the perfect fit.
Live local to a T.
Watch Kristen and Briggs at 5 and 6 p.m.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
Helps you fight the flu.
Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you, too.
Doesn't really matter who you are, where you live. You have a 20 family.
People reach a crisis moment and they don't see any other way out.
Suicide is the fourth leading cause of death for people ages 25 to 34. People struggle with it every day.
Hi, I'm Representative Tom Tiffany. If you or your loved one struggles with their mental health and or thoughts of suicide, no, you are not alone. Reach out for help and talk to someone.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
A deadly storm system tore through America's heartland. The people of Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, and Tennessee have a long road to recovery. And now it's time for each of us to help heal the heartland. Text HL Tornado to 51555 and donate to the Salvation Army relief efforts. Every donation goes directly to relief efforts in those areas. Learn more at CBS3Duluth.com. Live, local, CBS3, helping heal the heartland. Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
2021 was quite the year for the Northland. From turbulent COVID restrictions, new vaccines, political unrest, historic wildfires, and high-profile trials. Stories that grabbed national attention impacting our community. CBS 3's Jenna Wells takes a look back at the past year as we prepare to enter a new one.
So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President.
2021 started on a divided note. As Congress counted electoral votes to formalize Joe Biden's presidential victory, a mob attacked the U.S. Capitol on January 6th.
This isn't the America that we want or deserve. We can do better. Violence is never the answer. And put the gun down and come out with your hands visible.
In February, an armed man shot and killed Duluth Police Department's Canine Luna during a domestic disturbance, sparking a 20-hour-long armed standoff in Lincoln Park. Authorities shot and killed the suspect. Canine Luna had been with the department for almost 2 years.
You work together, you're at home together. It's a special bond, so I can't imagine Officer Haller and what he has to go through.
COVID-19 dominated another year, its reach impacting everyone. It was the year of mass vaccine distribution, an effort to stop the spread of the deadly virus. As the year went on, new variants of coronavirus surfaced, with patients filling up ICUs, leading to vaccine mandates and a recommended booster shot.
Get the vaccination, if it's first or second dose, and then, get on with their lives. Hopefully can see their loved ones, get together with their friends.
And get together we did. After months of virtual learning, students across the Northland returned to class in person around March. Meanwhile, parents caught in stiff debate over what was best for their kids. As gathering restrictions loosened, classic Northland events returned. Grandma's Marathon, the Duluth Air Show, concerts at Bayfront, Applefest, and more, all welcoming people back in person. That included sports, too. Fans in the stands once again, even those who got to witness the Milwaukee Bucks winning the NBA championship title, the team's first title in 50 years. Closer to home, the Proctor Hermantown Mirage girls hockey team won their first ever state championship in April. Meanwhile, longtime Duluth East boys hockey coach Mike Randolph was forced out by what he called parental pressure. And back in Proctor, the high school football season canceled during a student misconduct investigation. 3 months later, the St. Louis County Attorney's Office is still reviewing the evidence.
Take a minute, talk to your kids, figure out how they're feeling, and if they need somebody to talk to, because that's a lot to take in for all of these kids.
The summer also brought severe drought and dry conditions, contributing to the Greenwood Fire's rapid spread. The August wildfire burned 27,000 acres of land in northern Minnesota, destroying dozens of buildings, forcing evacuations, and closing the boundary waters. Emergency crews from across the country fought the fire from the ground and the air with a united purpose.
It was one of the most wonderfully well-coordinated efforts to move people out of harm's way that I've experienced in about 20 years.
After years of back and forth, September marked the finish line of Enbridge's Line 3 pipeline expansion, despite stiff opposition from tribes, environmentalists, and other groups.
Hey, what is life? What is life?
The 337-mile pipeline runs from Canada to Superior. High-profile trials in Minnesota and Wisconsin captivated national attention this year. In April, former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin was found guilty on all 3 charges in the death of George Floyd. He was sentenced to 22.5 years in prison, nearly 1 year after the murder that sparked nationwide protests over racial injustice and police brutality.
Trial's over, but here in Minnesota, I want to be very clear. We know our work just begins.
Another high-profile case, former Brooklyn Center officer Kim Potter found guilty of first- and second-degree manslaughter in the shooting death of Dante Wright. Potter testified she thought her handgun was her taser during a traffic stop. And in November, Kyle Rittenhouse was found not guilty on all charges for shooting 3 men, killing 2 during riots in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Cases closely watched by the nation and prompting calls for change in our own community.
We want to make a difference.
Despite divisiveness and a continuing pandemic, the Northland was able to celebrate unity and togetherness. The Christmas City of the North Parade returned to its former glory on Superior Street this year, drawing in crowds from near and far. Bentleyville was also back to its walk-through experience, a familiar way to celebrate the holidays. Before Duluth closed out 2021 with the city's first ever official snow emergency.
I know that we had gotten a bunch of inches. I didn't know I was going to have to dig my car out with a shovel.
As we prepare for a new year, many are awaiting 2022 with a bated breath. Adjusting to the new normal, we press on. Thankful for the present and holding on to hope for a brighter future ahead.
As we look back at an eventful year in the Northland, here at CBS3, we are so thankful for viewers like you who made it all possible. And we look forward to 2022 and all that it has in store. We'll be right back after the break.